What's up, adventurers? My name is Platinum Phoenix, and welcome back to Ocarina of Time. Last time, we went around to Lake Hylia and Lon Lon Ranch to see what we could do there. And this time, we are going to be heading over to Hyrule Castle to see if Princess Zelda can do anything with these 3 spiritual stones. But, as day turns to night, I guess, we are just going to approach this gate. I've lost her. You, over there, little kid. You must have seen the white horse gallop past just now. Which way did it go? Answer me. So, you think you can protect them from me? You've got guts, kid. You want a piece of me? Very funny, I liked your attitude. Pathetic little fool. Do you realize who you are dealing with? I am Ganondorf, and soon I will rule the world. You found the Ocarina of Time! This is the royal family's hidden treasure that Zelda left behind. It glows with a mystical light. Link, can you hear me? It's me, Zelda. Link, when you hold this ocarina in your hands, I won't be around anymore. I wanted to wait for you, but I couldn't delay any longer. At least I could leave you the ocarina and this melody. You've learned the Song of Time. Now, Link, play this melody in front of the altar in the Temple of Time. You must protect the Triforce. Alright, now equipped with the Ocarina of Time after 12 episodes, we now can go to the Temple of Time. But I want to bring up that I really like that cutscene, and I chose to go here during the day for a couple of different reasons. The first is it's the only time in the entire game where the gate is up during the day, and I wanted to show that very little known fact. And the other thing is that Princess Zelda's prophecy said that Ganondorf was represented by dark clouds, and by going here during the day, you can literally see that dark clouds follow him wherever he goes. And I just think it's a really cool detail that you wouldn't be able to notice if you came here during the night. Also, I just have to bring up, it's kind of a dick move on Link's part to just throw away the fairy ocarina that our childhood friend gave us for this magical MacGuffin that the princess just threw at us. But as we are running this way, I want to bring something up. The Temple of Time is right over there. You can actually see it in the background. We are not going there this episode. I want to prepare before going there, but I'm not going to spoil what we're preparing for the whole 7 of you who haven't played, seen, or heard of this game before. But what I do want to do is actually go inside of the Happy Mask Shop, because we are going to be taking on one of the longest side quests in the game this episode. That being the Happy Mask side quest. Yay! Welcome to the Happy Mask Shop. We deal in masks and bring happiness to everyone. How would you like to be a happiness salesman? I'll lend you a mask. You sell the mask and bring the money back here. If you want to read the fine print, take a look at the sign over there. After you've sold all the masks, you will become happy yourself. Have faith. So, what we need to do is, there's the truth mask over here that we cannot borrow and it's not for sale, but he has this Keaton mask, which has a price of 10 that we are able to borrow. What this quest entails is coming here and borrowing masks from the Happy Mask salesman, and then finding people throughout the world of Hyrule and selling them the mask that we borrowed, and then we can come back here, pay off our debt of borrowing the mask to get the next mask of the quest. In the case of the Keaton mask, the first location we need to head to is actually Kakariko Village. If you remember back when we first made it to Kakariko, there was a guard up here guarding the way to Death Mountain that asked us to get a mask for his son. So what we need to do is bring the mask here, and masks are actually equipable items. If we press the button, you can see that we literally put on the mask, and then we just need to talk to the person that we are trying to sell it to. Do you think you're in disguise, Mr. Hero? Oh, is that a Key something character mask? I heard he's very popular recently. He's my boy's favorite, that Key something mask. If you don't mind, will you sell it to me? My boy will be very happy with this. You really are Mr. Hero. You sold them? You sold the 10 rupee mask for 15 rupees. You earned a little profit. Head to the mask shop and pay back the mask. Price of 10 rupees. And as you can see, the people who buy the mask are very funny, and they just put the mask straight on their face, even though he doesn't know what the character is, and he bought it for his son. It's just right on his face, and he will keep this mask on, I believe, forever. So it's just a really funny thing you can do. But while we are in Kakariko Village, I actually want to go around and do a few other things here that we could do now. Starting with actually heading over to the big windmill, because we haven't actually been inside that building yet. And the only reason we want to come inside of the big windmill is to climb up here and not pull out a bomb. Link, I keep pressing the wrong buttons. Link, can we climb, please? What we need to do is climb up here, pull out our boomerang, and throw it at the heart piece. I missed. It's going to take me a few tries to actually hit it, because I'm awful with the boomerang. And we also can't lock on to the heart piece, so there's that too. But eventually, you will hit the heart piece, and the boomerang's able to bring it to you, giving us another piece of heart. That brings us up to, I think, 13 piece of heart. Actually, let me We have 10 hearts. We've beaten 3 bosses, 6 plus 4. That is our 15th piece of heart, actually, now that I think about it. But the other place we need to go is actually the Skulltula house, because we have collected over 30 gold Skulltula tokens. And for collecting the 30 gold Skulltula tokens, we can talk to this guy. The curse has been broken! Thank you! Here's a reward for you! And he gives us the Giant's Wallet. What a huge wallet! You can carry up to 500 rupees! This is the biggest wallet in the game, and all you have to do is collect 30 rupees to get it. In fact, or not 30 rupees, 30 gold Skulltula tokens. In fact, both of the wallet upgrades, you have to collect Skulltula tokens. So I wanted to make sure to grab this because we are going to have to be gathering a lot of rupees for what we are doing this episode. But other than that, there's not really much else to do in Kakariko. Actually, that's not entirely true. If we come over here, you can notice that there is a hidden grotto here. So if we put down a bomb, we can go right on inside. To show that inside of this hidden grotto are 2 Redeads. Why are these things everywhere in Kakariko Village? I'm just going to play the Sun Song, and we want to take out these Redeads in order to get our reward for coming down here. So if we freeze the Redeads, we can just kind of slash at them and... No! Get off of me! Let me go! Just... Come on! You're not supposed to be this difficult! Alright, we're gonna have to regroup, regroup, and throw a bomb at it. Because I believe... Oh, bombs don't... Do bombs not work against Redeads, actually? I guess not. That's really weird, actually. I didn't know bombs didn't work against Redeads. I thought bombs worked against pretty much anything, actually. But we're just going to Sun Song again, and... Come on, take it out. And I want to actually charge up my spin attack for this one to try to do as much damage as possible. And then we're just going to roll away and Sun Song again. Being as safe as possible, because I do not want to take any more damage from these Redeads. Alright, just die so we can get our reward. Thank you very much. And for taking out the 2 Redeads, no matter how difficult it was, we get a giant rupee, or a huge rupee. This rupee is worth a whopping 200 rupees. Yeah, so I wanted to grab the giant wallet before coming down here because there's really no point in grabbing that before the giant's wallet, but it helps us tremendously. But with that, we are just going to head back to the Happy Mask Shop. And back at the Happy Mask Shop, we just need to talk to the guy. Oh, great. You sold it. Please pay back the 10 rupees for the Keaton mask now. Payment received. And we could borrow the next mask in the chain of quest, being the Skull Mask for 20 rupees. You borrowed a Skull Mask. Wear it with 1 XY or 2 to show it off. You feel like a monster while you wear this mask. Which brings us back to the Kokiri Forest. Technically, the person we need to give the mask to is actually in the Lost Woods, but there is one thing I want to do in the Kokiri Forest before heading up into the Lost Woods. If we go over here behind the shop where we got the gold Skulltula in this patch, you may have noticed that we now have 7 magic beans. I may have farmed them up a little bit after we got the giant's wallet and that huge rupee, but I just want to go ahead and plant one of the magic beans here for future use. But with that being done, we're just going to head over to the Lost Woods. Alright, in the Lost Woods, there's actually a ton for us to do here. So first, I want to go all the way back to where the turn for the Sacred Meadow is. So we need to make a left here, and then we need to go straight, and then we need to make one more left. And the reason I want to come all the way back here is because this rock right here, if we pull out a bomb and blow it up, is hiding another hidden grotto. And we just want to take out both of these business grubs real quick before actually talking to them, because I want to talk to, I believe it's you. I surrender! To make your quest easier, I can enable you to pick up more Deku Nuts, but it'll cost you 40 rupees. Let's make a deal! Yes! Thank you very much! This business scrub sells you a Deku Nut upgrade, allowing us to carry up to 30 now. And I believe this one doesn't really have anything super important for us. I will sell you Deku Seeds 30 for 40 rupees they are. I don't think that's a very good deal because we can literally just get them from cutting grass. So I don't think that's very good for us. But the next location we want to go is actually a little bit back. So I think we want to make this go down this way, make a right, and then make another right. And this leads us to what is called the forest stage. And I'm going to take out these business scrubs because they are going to get very annoying if I don't. And you get taken out, and I don't think either of you actually sell anything super good. 5 Deku Nuts, no. And what about you? 1 Deku Stick. Yeah, I think we're good. But the reason I wanted to come over here, well, there's actually a couple of reasons. But the first is I actually want to pull out a bug and pour it onto this dirt spot. Because this is yet another spot that will give us a gold Skulltula, bringing us up to 35, I believe. And we are also going to plant a magic bean here after getting the gold Skulltula. The reason I did it in that order is that I believe if you plant the magic bean, the bugs won't go down the hole. So just make sure you use the bugs and then the magic bean. But the other thing we want to do is actually pull out our skull mask and head over here where these butterflies are. And you might notice that there is a hidden grotto right next to me. It is one of the best hidden grottos in the game. And it's really hard to find if you don't know it's here. But all we need to do is come down here, and there are just a massive Deku scrubs down here. We just want to put on our mask. And this is why it's called the forest stage, actually. We are waiting to see your beautiful face. Win fabulous prizes. So if we put on the skull mask and walk down the stage, we're being swarmed. Take them out. No, they actually really like our mask. And if we go to the top one, all of the young Deku Scrub brothers agree. You look exactly like our sacred forest totem. As an offering from us, please accept these Deku sticks. We will also enhance your carrying skills. Abracadabra, alakazam! And these Deku Scrubs will give us a Deku stick upgrade, allowing us to carry 20 of them now. So just by coming here and doing those two very simple things, we got a Deku Nut upgrade and a Deku stick upgrade. But now we actually want to head back to the opening of the shortcut back to Goron City. And the reason I wanted to come back here is actually just to pick up more bugs because we will need them for later in this episode. So we're just going to cut these grass because this spot always has bugs. And we are going to get the first bottle filled and then the second bottle filled. And then we are just going to switch around our spots again. I think we are going to put this back up here. Also, you may have noticed I reorganized the items in our bag. It's just to make it easier to see what we all have. And also, you can move around items pretty freely on the 3DS, which you can't actually do in the N64 version. So I really like this layout for the 3DS version. But now we want to just head back here where we got the Deku Seed upgrade by shooting that target and jump down here and climb up on this podium. Anyone who has ever played Majora's Mask should know what these guys are. These are Skull Kids, and they really like music. Follow along in our song with your ocarina. We'll lead you into it. So what we are doing now is playing Simon Says with the Skull Kids, and we have to play this game 3 times. So I think what we are going to do is play through this first round, and then I'm just going to skip the other 2 rounds because they get longer and longer as you progress through, and they force you to memorize more notes as you progress through. So as you can see, we're already up to 5 notes. But I believe that is all for the first round. That was quite a nice session. As a token of our friendship, please take this. And for beating them in their first game, we get a single rupee. That was quite a nice session. As a token of our friendship, please take this. And for beating them in the second round, we get 5 whole rupees. Yeah, for beating them twice, you get 6 whole rupees, averaging 3 rupees a game. That was quite a nice session. As a token of our friendship, please take this. And for beating them 3 times, you get a piece of heart, bringing us up to 10 hearts. And I want to just emphasize how difficult that game actually is. I'm going to put on screen now what the final, session I had to do, or the final order I had to do of notes, just to show how difficult that game actually is. But next up, this is actually the entrance of the Lost Woods, and we just need to go to the left and see that there is another Skull Kid here. And if we jump up here and pull out our ocarina, we can go over here, and Skull Kids tend to like the sounds of the forest. So let's go ahead and play him Saria's song real quick. You know Saria's song? We should be friends. Here, take this. And we get another piece of heart very easily. Yeah, you can do the other one as soon as you get the fairy ocarina, but you can do this one as soon as you come back here and get Saria's song. I just opted not to save on time. And since I knew we were coming back here to talk to this guy, because he's actually the one that wants the skull mask. Hee, under that mask, aren't you that Kokiri kid? Quite an unusual mask you have there. Hee, I like it. It may make me look like a little bit tougher. Hey, why don't you give it to me? Yowza! I'm gonna wear this all the time. He gave you just 10 rupees for the 20 rupees mask. You lost money on this deal. Go back to the mask shop and pay 20 rupees for the mask. The difference will have to come out of your own pocket. And he just straight up disappears. But before we actually leave, well, first up, I want to say if you give that Skull Kid the mask, you don't actually have to worry about missing on the upgrade to the Deku sticks, because you can still go and borrow the mask from the shop even though you already gave it to the kid. For some reason, the Happy Mask shop just has infinite amount of copies of each mask, so you can still get the Deku stick upgrade from the forest stage. But by coming over here, I actually want to pull out another follow of bugs and dump them onto this dirt spot, because that's what we do apparently every time we see a dirt spot now. Because this is once again another gold Skulltula spot. So we're just going to take that one out, take our 36 gold Skulltula, and then I'm also going to plant a magic bead here as well. And then before we leave, we actually want to jump down here because there is a stone down here we can't do anything with, but there's also a business scrub down here that I want to hit with the boomerang and not the bomb, if you would be so kind, Link. I surrender! To make your quest easier, I can enable you to pick up more Deku sticks, but it'll cost you 40 rupees. Thank you very much! And we got another Deku stick upgrade. Now fully upgrading the Deku sticks. Yeah, we just got, I think, 5 or 6 different things, just for running through here and very easily going through everything. But the last thing I actually want to do before we head back to the Happy Mask Shop is head back to Goron City, because I actually forgot something, and this is the fastest way to get back there. Alright, so in Goron City, we actually want to go up to the second level because you may have remembered that giant rolling Goron that I bombed when we were first here with the bombs. Well, you actually do want to bomb him, but apparently I bombed him in the wrong spot. So what you want to do is take your bomb and blow him up somewhere around here to stop him. And then we want to talk to him. All right, I'll give you this in honor of your courage. Yeah, if you blow up specifically behind where this wall is, you get the biggest bomb bag, or an upgrade to the bomb bag. I didn't know this existed until I looked it up. I thought the only bomb bag upgrade that you got was from Bombshoe Bowling. I had no idea that guy gave you a bomb bag upgrade. So I just wanted to make sure to come back here and show that that is how you get that if you're wondering if there was any other bomb bag upgrades. But now we are just going to head back to the Happy Mask Shop. All right, here's your money. Oh, great, you sold it. Please pay back the 20 rupees for the skull mask now. Payment received. And that unlocks the next mask, the spooky mask. Price 30 rupees, a sad wooden mask. Would you like to borrow the spooky mask? You borrowed the spooky mask. You can scare many people with this mask. So when I think of spooky places, I usually think of the Kakariko graveyard. Although, the person who actually wants the mask may not be who you think. It's actually this little kid that's here during the daytime. Yeah, it's Dompe. It's Dompe, the gravekeeper. Oh, it's just a mask? I get a different kind of fright from that mask that I get from Dompe. Will you give the mask to me? With this mask, I'll be just like Dompe. Here's my money. You sold the 30 rupee mask to the kid for full price, and he didn't mind paying at all. Head back to the mask shop to pay 30 rupees for the mask. You can get the new mask model too. Alright, but before we actually leave, I actually want to come over here and plant a magic bead in the dirt spot that was here where we got the gold spatula, and then I actually want to go down into the royal family's tomb one more time. Because you may remember the first time we were down here, there was these torches in this first room where we killed all the geese that we couldn't really do anything with because we had no way of lighting them. But now, we have the power of fire on our side. Become nuke. And for lighting these two torches, we just get this little chest down here. And the chest literally just has bombs in it. It's not a super big reward, but I wanted to make sure I went over it because you might have been wondering what was the deal with those torches, because you never have to come down here again. So I just wanted to show that. But next up, we want to go back up, and I actually want to make it nighttime because on this wall at night there is a gold spatula, and I think I actually want to pull out my slingshot for this. So, slingshot, and we're just going to shoot the gold spatula a couple times, and I think I need to get closer to actually target it, so we can boomerang it. The reason I didn't bring up this gold spatula before is because it requires the boomerang to actually reach. So there was no reason in actually killing it before getting the boomerang and coming back here. Plus, I knew we were coming back here with the spooky mask. But that's really all there is to do here in the graveyard for right now, so we're just gonna head back to the Happy Mask Shop. Oh, great, you sold it. Please pay back the 30 rupees for the spooky mask now. Payment received. And that brings us to the final mask that is part of this quest. The bunny hood, price 50 rupees, with swinging rabbit ears. The hood's long ears are so cute. And for this one, I actually have a few recommendations before you actually go to sell this mask. The first is to make it nighttime, actually. Because I want to go and buy some bomb shoes. I recommend before going to find the person who wants this mask, you sell or you buy as much as you physically can. So I am going to go buy bomb shoes because we have the full bomb bag, so we can hold up to 40 of these now. So I'm going to buy 20. And then, can I buy any more? No, I only have 40 rupees left. And I think that brings us up to 30, 40. I don't think there's anything else I want to buy. So we are just going to first make a day and then head out of the castle town. And the reason we're just going to be leaving castle town is because the person we're looking for is the running man that we saw last episode. But he kind of just goes on this trail and you will find him eventually. So I like to actually stand at that corner of Lon Lon Ranch and just wait for him to run at us. Actually, I can see him. He's right over there. Also, I have to report that the bunny hood does not make you faster, unlike in Majora's Mask. So it's very sad. I kind of wish it did make you faster. And I believe in some ROM hacks that they actually do make it so it makes you faster, which is pretty funny that people were so sad about losing the ability, or for it not having the ability of making you faster, that they forced it to make you faster. But when we catch up to the running man, we kind of just have to follow behind him until it turns nighttime, because eventually he will get tired and sit on the ground. It took him a lot longer than I thought it would to sit on the ground. Also, you picked a very precarious place. In the morning, that peahat's gonna get up, you know. But we just need to talk to him. I bet those long ears could even hear the voices of spirits. Oh, those are genuine rabbit ears from the animal of legend. I don't care how expensive it is. Please sell it to me. My longtime dream returning to the wildlife. Finally, the actor, stage, and prop have been united. It's a 50 rupee mask, but he paid you a crazy amount of money for it. More money than you can count. Go back to the mask shop and pay back the just 50 rupees of this money. He will pay you as much as it takes to fill up your wallet, which is why I recommended one, selling all of your, or buying as much as you could. But also, I highly recommend that you get the giant wallet before doing that part of the side quest, because he just gives you basically 500 rupees for free, and it's the easiest 500 rupees to get in the game by far. Oh, great, you sold it. Please pay back the 50 rupees for the bunny hood now. Oh, yeah. Very well done. All the masks are sold out. I knew I could trust you. As a reward, I will lend you this special mask. This is the Mask of Truth. It's a mysterious mask passed down by the Sheikah. With this mask, you can see into other people's minds. It's useful, but scary. Why is it scary? You may find out as you grow older and wiser in the ways of the world. Ho ho ho! And we get the Mask of Truth. Show it to many people. From now on, you can borrow as many or any mask you want. Just have faith. So, the Mask of Truth is not the only reward we get for doing the side quest. We also get the Zora mask, the Goron mask, and the Gerudo mask. The only thing is, those three masks are completely cosmetic, so they are only there to make you look similar to the other races. And we haven't even seen the Gerudo yet before getting the Gerudo mask. But I just wanted to point out that you do technically get those masks, and they are things that you can pull out and wear. But now we have the Mask of Truth, so I want to go show it off. And I think the best place to show it off is once again back over in the Kokiri Forest. Because, or more specifically, heading up to the Lost Woods. Because up here there is a Sheikah stone, or a hint stone. And if we put on the mask and talk to it, responding to your mask, this strange stone statue talks to you. I overheard this. They say that these small holes in the ground that you can find all over Hyrule make a perfect breeding ground for bugs. So, those hint statues will tell you different either hints or tell you good information about the world. And you can only hear it after getting access to the Mask of Truth, which is why I wanted to grab it, because a lot of these stones that we have seen actually give really good hints. But another reason I wanted the Mask of Truth is if we go back over here to the forest stage and drop back down where we got the Deku Stick upgrade, we can put on the Mask of Truth and walk back out on the stage. And kind of just get stared down by this guy. What do you have to say? All my young Deku Scrub brothers say you have a horrible face. But don't worry, we'll reward you with many Deku Nuts. Of course, we will also enable you to carry more of them. Abracadabra! Alakazam! And we get another Deku Nut upgrade. That means we have now fully upgraded the Deku Seed Bags, the Bomb Bags, the Deku Nuts, and the Deku Sticks. We are physically as powerful as we can be right now. Also, I just want to point out, the Lost Woods have given us upgrades for the first Deku Seed upgrade, or the first Deku Seed Bag upgrade, both of the Deku Nut upgrades, both of the Deku Stick upgrades, 2 heart pieces, several gold Scotulas. This place is just rife with upgrades that you can get. But with that being said, I think that will be pretty good for this episode. Actually, before we end, I want to talk to these stones. Responding to your mask, this strange stone statue talks to you. I overheard this. They say that Gerudo sometimes come to Hyrule Castletown to look for boyfriends. Responding to your mask, this strange stone statue talks to you. I overheard this. They say that it's against the rules to use glasses at the treasure chest shop in Hyrule Castletown Market. Responding to your mask, this strange stone statue talks to you. I overheard this. They say that Malin of Lon Lon Ranch hopes a knight in shining armor will come and sweep her off her feet someday. And the final one, responding to your mask, this strange stone statue talks to you. I overheard this. They say that Malin set the original record in the obstacle course at Lon Lon Ranch. All interesting, if not super helpful hints from the stones. But I think we are going to end the episode here. So I hope that everyone enjoyed watching. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Next time, we open the Door of Time in the Temple of Time. But until then, happy adventuring.